Bell in.
Bow to head instructor.
Bow to intermediate level students, beginner students, and everybody. All right. Begin our warm up.
Sir.
75 jumping jacks.
Yes,
Sir.
Begin. 1,
One,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push-up position.
Sir.
First set, 10 push-ups.
sir.
Begin. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. Kneeling.
Sir. Sir.
Got cold for a little while.
Good.
Like a week. That's one of those things that always amazes me. It's like that first week of December in Austin. It just seems to be pretty consistently cold.
And then it'll get warm. And then
It'll get warm and it'll get cold.
Hanukkah started today.
Ooh.
Although we started it yesterday as a family because
Wait.
on the
Oh.
calendar, Hanukkah starts today.
Okay. Because it's today the 10th?
It is the 10th.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But
I didn't know it was the 10th already. What's going on with this month?
my like quarantine pod family, whatever.
Mhm.
We started yesterday because two of the people in our family / quarantine home thingy have work, and well, everyone has work, but they have like jobs that they actually go to. Point is,
You did it early. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Second set.
Yes, sir.
Begin.
One,
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. Healing.
Yes, sir.
Next year's gonna start in November, isn't it?
No,
Hanukkah?
I mean, maybe
Maybe,
sometimes,
yeah.
but it never starts on the same day. Like,
It's based on the phases of the moon.
yeah,
Yeah.
the calendar, the Jewish calendar is or Hebrew, I don't know, one of the two.
Moon based.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Last-
one of those weird things, like when you talk to people about it, it's like, oh, it's like, why aren't they doing it at sun? Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's shepherds in the desert, and they see the moon change like every 28 days.
Right.
It's easier for them to use that as their guide than it is to.
It starts on Sabbath with his Beit. It's a continuing holiday, like all throughout the year, but it's Sabbath is celebrating at dawn to dusk, or dusk to dawn, whichever one comes first. So Hanukkah starts the beginning of Sabbath and ends on Sabbath.
Nice. All right. Last set.
Yes,
Sir.
Begin. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir, 4, sir, 5, sir, 6, sir, 7, sir, 8, sir, 9, sir, 10, sir. Right on your backs.
Sir.
First sir, 25.
Yes, sir.
Begin. 1 sir,
Sir.
2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir,
10, sir.
11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir,
20, sir.
1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir. Rest.
Sir. Sir.
Second set.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Begin.
1
1
sir,
sir,
2 sir,
3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir, 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir. Rest.
Sir. Sir.
Last year, Hanukkah went through Christmas. But this year doesn't.
Last set.
Yes,
sir.
Begin.
1
1
sir,
sir,
2 sir,
3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6
sir,
7 sir, 8
sir,
9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir, 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir. Sit up.
Sir.
Feet straight out in front.
Sir. Sir.
Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Yes, sir.
1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir. Bend one leg in. Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir.
1.
Switch legs.
Sir.
Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes.
Sir.
1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir. Right, sit up. Bottoms of the feet together.
Sir.
All right, push the knees down. Back straight, head held high, bend forward, touch your nose to your toes or as low as you go.
Yes, sir.
1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir. Sit up.
Sir.
Feet wide apart.
Sir.
Hands up. 1 sir, 2 sir, 3 sir, 4 sir, 5 sir, 6 sir, 7 sir, 8 sir, 9 sir, 10 sir, 11 sir, 12 sir, 13 sir, 14 sir, 15 sir, 16 sir, 17 sir, 18 sir, 19 sir, 20 sir. Reach to one side.
Sir.
Reach to the other side.
Sir.
Reach to both sides. Oh, and just stretch if you can. Put your head to the floor as low as we go. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. Lift up and turn to our right side. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. Switch sides.
Sir.
1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. Back to center.
Sir.
I'm going to do push-up 1, 2, 3. Walk it back. Hands up. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, sir. 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20, sir. Straight out in front. Reach up. Bend forward, touch your toes. 1, sir. 2, sir. 3, sir. 4, sir. 5, sir. 6, sir. 7, sir. 8, sir. 9, sir. 10, sir. 11, sir. 12, sir. 13, sir. 14, sir. 15, 16, sir. 17, sir. 18, sir. 19, sir. 20. Great. Onto your back. Oh, we're going to bridge you up. And back down. Hook your knees. We're going to rock backwards. Forwards. Stand up. Right, twist it up.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay when we're like on the ground, like stretching like this, if I don't count? Because it's harder to stretch all the way when I'm having to breathe and count.
You can skip numbers if you need to. It's definitely been a case like when I first started. I don't know, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. They're definitely a case like everybody's like, take a big deep inhale on 13, so you never heard the number 13 when we did that first stretch. So yeah, it's try to get as many numbers in as you can. If you need to breathe, if you're out of air, it's okay to skip numbers. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just harder to relax.
No, I understand. I 100% understand. That first stretch has always been like a problem for everybody, so it's not just you. Okay. Attention stance.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready stance. Okay. So we learned a couple things with our front hand front punch. We said there's going to be like 3 major parts to it. First thing we're going to focus on today is we're going to make sure that we have that accuracy. You're going to find that spot on the wall. You're going to put your fist over it when you do your punch, and you're going to pull it right back. All right?
Sir.
All right. Front hand front punch. 1,
Hi.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say us. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say us.
Us.
Speak together.
Sir.
I confused myself. I
Confuse
was
yourself?
on the
Oh, you didn't switch the feet. So, this new setup is going to take some getting used to. Normally we don't punch ourselves in the mirror. The second thing we learned was we want to make sure that we have some power. And that means we're going to start by pressuring that back foot. We're pushing up that leg, up to the hips, through shoulders, and then out, okay?
Sir.
This punch is going to be a little slower than our previous punch, but that's okay. Because you're punching with your body, not with your hand. All right?
Sir.
Okay. Attention stance.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready stance. Okay. Front hand front punch. 1,
Hey!
2.
Hey.
No, that's correct.
Okay.
We punch, we say,
Hey.
okay, I'm sorry. We punch, we tighten our diaphragm, we exhale and we say,
Hey.
good, all right. 2,
Hey.
3,
Hey.
4,
Hey.
5,
Hey.
6,
Hey.
7,
Hey.
8,
Hey.
9,
Hey.
10.
Hey.
Say us.
Us.
All right, 1,
Hey.
2,
Hey.
2,
Hey.
3,
Hey.
4,
Hey.
5,
Hey.
6,
Hey.
7,
Hey.
8,
Hey.
9,
Hey.
10.
Hey.
Say us.
Us.
Get together.
That's it.
I just thought we were doing the only one that said it. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, because I did 2 twice on the first second. All right. Ooh.
Can you use me for more examples?
Need more examples?
No, I said, can you use me for more examples when you do
Oh.
it?
Oh no, I'm good.
I know, not like necessarily right now, I'm just saying.
If you need to get punched in the face?
Yeah, in general.
Okay.
When you need another person for examples.
All right. Well, usually it'll be one of you two is usually what I will do.
I'm just saying, Alex.
Pick one of you. I don't think you have a choice.
I like being a ragdoll.
We'll be a ragdoll. All right. So,
I mean, for food, not.
we went over those first 2. The accuracy and the power. Okay. This next one's hard, and that is speed. Your kung fu punches need to be fast. So they gotta be fast. If you're ever in an actual sparring situation, what's gonna happen, and this is what happens if you've ever fought an inexperienced person, is they want to grab whatever's coming at them. Okay? So you're never gonna punch and then leave it out there. It's never gonna be out there. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that when we get that punch in, we get it as fast as possible. All right, get it in, get it out. Okay, so we do a lot of things in our kung fu that seem counterintuitive. So much of it seems counterintuitive. Yes, ma'am, you have a question?
Not necessarily, but I just was like, I was thinking about like if you did leave your arm out for too long and someone like pulled you forward or something, I was thinking about how like, you know, you also have to be good at tumbling and stuff like that.
Yes.
Which is
Well, you're definitely gonna lose your balance. We will get into that at some point where we'll show you how easy it is to lose your balance if anybody ever grabs you.
I just find it funny because, you know.
Yeah. And the first time it happens to you, it is scary. Yeah, I've definitely done it I've done it to pretty much everybody else in the room. They leave their punch out, I'm gonna show you what it's like to get grabbed. Anyways, we wanna make sure that we don't get grabbed. So, what we wanna do is we wanna pull that punch back faster than we put it out. So if it's gonna go out fast, we wanna pull it back even faster. So, there's another thing that's gonna make your punches slower, and that is the fact that we have a tendency to either 1, tense up, or 2, we're under the assumption that if we're going to punch hard, we need to put all of our strength into the whole punch, and that's not necessarily the case. Fast punches require us to actually be very relaxed. Right? I mean, it sounds counterintuitive, but once we start doing it, then you find that it's works surprisingly well. Okay. So the very first thing we're going to do, everybody stance. Can you stand?
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready, stance. All right. First thing we're going to do, everybody, like, Mr. Miller, there's a little bit of tension. I'm sure you can feel it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to get really tense. Really tense, and then we're going to relax to where we were. You saw how much you just relaxed, right? You relaxed a lot. We're going to go that much more. That's the same amount of relax. Keep those hands up, though. It's going to be the hard part is to keep those hands up. But you're going to be surprised. Ooh, that's pretty relaxed, right? We're going to go that much more. You kind of feel that, can't you? It's weird. And then you're going to go just a little bit more. All right. So here's the thought that what I'm going to put in everybody's brain. I've already done this with them. This is for you as well. What I want you to think about is your hands are fists, but you have a bird's egg in them. Okay? So it's enough that you don't drop them, it's also not so much that you crush them. So they're a little bit relaxed, all right? When we do our punch, what we're gonna do is, right as we're about to make contact, as we get to the end, that's when we flex everything, okay? Because what we're doing is we're making sure that we get that hand out there fast. Once it's in position, the rest of the body is gonna push the power through. Sorry. That's how we get our speed and our power. Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay that because I felt like over time I just naturally started standing like this with my ready stance because of sparring.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to just keep it like this?
Sparring's gonna. It's okay-ish, kind of. But you may want to have it. You may want to start here simply because when you want to end there.
Okay.
Right, and sparring also has us in a different hand position, has us also in a different foot position from when we're actually learning our punches and kicks. But we learn this in order to make sure that we're getting all of the body chain working properly, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our attention stance.
Sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready stance. We're gonna be relaxed, all right? We're not going for power, we're not going for accuracy. What we're doing this time right now is we're gonna make sure that when we do our punch, it goes out fast and it comes back faster than it went out, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1,
Hi.
2,
Hi.
3,
Hi.
4,
Hi.
5,
Hi.
6,
Hi.
7,
Hi.
8,
Hi.
9,
Hi.
10.
Hi.
Say us.
Us.
1,
Hi.
2,
Hi.
3,
Hi.
4,
Hi.
5,
Hi.
6,
Hi.
7,
Hi.
8,
Hi.
9,
Hi.
10.
Hi.
Say us.
Us.
Good, pretty fast. We're gonna do 10 more. 10 stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready stance. Comes back faster than it went out. 1,
Hi.
2,
Hi.
3,
Hi.
4,
Hi.
5,
Hi.
6,
Hi.
7,
Hi.
8,
Hi.
9,
Hi.
10.
Hi.
Say us.
Us.
1,
Hi.
2,
Hi.
3,
Hi.
4,
Hi.
5,
Hi.
6,
Hi.
7,
Hi.
8,
Hi.
9,
Hi.
10.
Hi.
Say us.
Us.
You together.
Sir. Sir.
Whew, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Can you try and grab my hand?
Try and grab your hand. No, not right now.
Aw.
Not in quarantine.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't think about that, but I just went.
Yeah, this is definitely a case of we will actually have that practice at some point where you try to block somebody when it comes to punch. When you do your fast punches, they're gonna be hard to block. Right? You're the point of having people just swatting, they're not even doing their blocks, trying to react too fast. And then we'll also find out that our fast punches aren't very effective. Yeah, we've definitely been through this exercise. Once we get on the heavy bags, you will find out everything you thought about a punch was wrong. And so everything that I'm teaching you right now, you're gonna have to relearn.
It hurts to punch those things.
It does hurt to punch those things.
A lot easier to use the.
Yeah, it's easier to hit here, but what we want to do is we want to make sure we're hitting with those knuckles. We want to, because
Get some calluses.
yeah, we get those calluses. So we're going to take a step back and we're going to take a look at the way our punch is structured. Okay. So when we do our punch, and this is going to wind up being like mistakes that a lot of our students make, and that is sometimes our punches are going to be here. We're not going to punch here simply because this is not the way our Kung Fu punches are. This is a very specific punch where you actually have to support those knuckles. You're going to hit with those knuckles, because what we want to happen, we want this to kind of be curved down. Those knuckles have to be in line with the rest of the arm. Okay. We've been doing our knuckle push-ups. If you rotate those wrists in either direction, you're not going to be able to do those push-ups. Okay. You will absolutely collapse. You may even hurt your wrist, so be careful. So that's the other thing that's going to happen with a punch is if you ever have it rotated in either direction, you're actually going to wind up hurting your wrist. All right.
You're like One Punch Man.
you want to be like One Punch Man. But the idea here is that we're going to make sure that all that force, because we're pushing a lot of force through our legs, make sure all that force is going straight down, and it's coming out of these two knuckles right here. That's what we're hitting with, those two knuckles.
Sir.
That's also the reason why we're not, when you're going to punch somebody, we don't do the leopard palm. Yes, ma'am.
So, when you're like doing like a side punch like that to like their head,
The hook.
yeah. Is this gonna be bent
No.
at all?
So even when we do our hook, that's still going to be very straight. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I always want to do that.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the elbow was bending.
Yeah, just the elbow is bending. That's all that's bending. We're still, and only don't do this. It's still going to be a punch that's going to be fairly straight. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Right now we're focusing on that front punch. All right. So the other thing that you may have noticed me do, this is the thing. I pretty much do my almost the full punch every single time I teach the class, but a lot of times some students are more observant, some students aren't. So I don't go into all the details, but one of the things that we want to make sure that we do is we're going to strike with those two knuckles. If we're going forward, it's going to be, those two knuckles are going to be behind these two knuckles on the fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that elbow is just going to come up just a little bit. We're going to put a little bit of spiral into that punch, and that'll force those two knuckles to come forward. All right, that was a lot. Okay, so what we're going to do is when we do our punches this time, we're only going to focus on making sure that we've got those knuckles in line with the arm, and that we lift that elbow just a little bit to put the spiral into that punch. All right, attention stance.
Yes, sir.
Stand tall.
Yes, sir.
Ready, stance. All right, front hand, front punch. 1,
Hey!
2,
Hey!
3,
Hey!
4,
Hey!
5,
Hey!
6,
Hey!
7,
Hey!
8,
Hey!
9,
Hey!
10.
Hey!
Say us.
Us.
1,
Hey!
2,
Hey!
3,
Hey!
4,
Hey!
5,
Hey!
6,
Hey!
7,
Hey!
8,
Hey!
9,
Hey!
10.
Hey!
Say us.
Us.
All right. Now what we're going to do, I know there's a lot of bits to this, there's a lot of parts. Now what we're going to do is, as holding those eggs, what we're going to do this time is we're going to go fast and pull back just as fast as it went out, but at the end of it, we're going to crush that egg. All right, hold the egg, crush the egg, hold the egg. Okay? Then stance.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Stand tall.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Ready, stance. 1,
Hey!
2,
Hey!
3,
Hey!
4,
Hey!
5,
Hey!
6,
Hey!
7,
Hey!
8,
Hey!
9,
Hey!
10.
Hey!
Say us.
Us.
1,
Hey!
2,
Hey!
3,
Hey!
4,
Hey!
5,
Hey!
6,
Hey!
7,
Hey!
8,
Hey!
9,
Hey!
10.
Hey!
Say us.
Us.
Be together.
I'm not confused because I thought you said the same number twice.
No. I heard you say the number.
Yeah, I got confused.
I was going fast. Okay. Ooh. One side felt better than the other, didn't it? Yeah, it's gonna happen. So that's also one of the things that we do is we train both sides. I think there's 3 philosophies about on this. Where one is you find your best side and you only train that side. When we get into sparring, you will find that you will most likely spar on your predominant side.
It's hard to make sure that you don't.
Elbow, hyperextend. Yeah, making sure we don't hyperextend.
Because
So
it hurts when you do that.
it definitely hurts. We went over that on Tuesday. So predominant side, focus on the predominant side. Make sure that you are very strong. Find your strongest attribute and strengthen it. There's the thought that you need to work on your weakest side. That's the only thing you practice on. Practice your weak side so that your weak side can become as strong as your strong side. And then what we wind up doing is we wind up doing both sides. We always make sure that we're focusing on our weak side and our strong side. And for everybody it's different. Some people it's on their left, some people it's on their right. And it's going to make it very frustrating when we get into sparring because some people will be the opposite from you, and it's going to feel weird because they're on their dominant side and their dominant side's the opposite from yours. All right. We're out of time.
Sir.
We are overtime. It's
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah,
Spent the whole time punching.
we spent the whole time punching. I think we did about 50, 60 punches on each side today. Yeah, a lot of punches.
Lunges.
Yeah. So, I want to get to the point where you're not going to have, we used to have a thing up here, like how many punches you need to do to be good. It's something like it's like 100 punches to 100 times to learn to punch, and then like 1,000 times to get good at it. Like 100,000 times to master it.
I think one of my favorite punches is the back fist.
We will get to that. All right, let's bow out.
Sir.
Sir.
We follow the 5 parts: faith, respect, perseverance, patience, and humility.
Bow to Head Instructor.
Bow to intermediate, beginner level students, and everybody. All right. Basic training dismissed.